Have you ever felt that strange silence inside your own home? Like someone's listening even when no one's there? It's unsettling. For many seniors across America, that silence isn't just silence anymore. It's filled with invisible signals, data whispers, and quiet recordings traveling to places you'll never see. Smart homes were supposed to make life easier after 60. Lights that turn on when you clap, thermostats that adjust automatically, and doorbells that show who's outside without you walking a single step. Sounds helpful, right? But here's the twist nobody talks about. Every convenience comes with a hidden cost. These smart gadgets are constantly awake and collecting. Your daily routines, your late-night TV choices, even how many times you walk into the kitchen, it's all being noted somewhere. Seniors often trust these devices more than younger folks do, simply because they bring comfort, especially for those living alone. But what if that trust is being quietly exploited? A tiny, smart plug can map your activity patterns. A cheerful virtual assistant can store fragments of your private conversations. Even your smart refrigerator, the one that suggests grocery lists, could be sending data back to third-party companies. No alarms, no warnings, no blinking lights, just silent transfer. I once spoke to a retired electrician who thought his house was fully under his control. He liked his gadgets, neat and synced. Then one night, his living room camera light blinked for a second, all by itself. He checked the app. No live view activated, no alerts. A few days later, he received ads eerily related to a private conversation he had with his daughter. Creepy. That's how subtle it is. Many seniors think, oh, I have nothing to hide, but that's not the point. It's not about secrets. It's about control. Data from seniors is gold for advertisers, insurance companies, even political groups. Your habits reveal more than you realize: what time you wake up, how often you open medication cabinets, how many visitors come to your door. It builds a profile. Detailed, personal, and extremely valuable. And guess what? Most privacy policies are written in legal language so dense that even experienced adults give up halfway. That's where these companies win. They hide behind words, you accept terms, and data starts flowing like water down invisible pipes. Technology doesn't need to hack you anymore. You invited it in. That's the hardest part to accept. Think about it. Every I agree button, every firmware update, every microphone left on by default. Seniors, especially those who value peace and routine, often keep the same settings for years. That's like leaving the front door unlocked and assuming no one will ever step in. But the intruder doesn't wear a mask now. It's a silent stream of information feeding corporate algorithms. Some even say certain devices might share information indirectly through interconnected networks, meaning your smart TV might talk to your smart speaker in ways you don't fully control. Scary? A little, but true. And the craziest part is, many older adults in America are actually being profiled not by hackers, but by legitimate businesses hungry for predictable consumer behavior. Imagine this. You're making your morning coffee. Your smart kitchen assistant notices you usually brew at 6:45 a.m. sharp. Over weeks, that data becomes a pattern. Suddenly, coffee ads, breakfast cereal suggestions, even medication reminders start aligning with your routine. Feels convenient, but it's not coincidence. It's targeted precision. And if someone unauthorized, ever gets access to that data, they could literally predict when you're home, when you're asleep, when you're vulnerable. This isn't a sci-fi movie. It's daily reality inside millions of American homes, and seniors are often the easiest targets because they appreciate simplicity, not complicated privacy settings buried in confusing menus. No, this doesn't mean throw every gadget in the trash, but it does mean awareness matters. Seniors need to understand that the real threat isn't always outside the house, it's sitting quietly inside, glowing softly, pretending to help, disabling unused features, setting strong passwords, checking permissions manually. These steps aren't optional anymore. They're necessary. Your privacy deserves the same protection as your front door lock. Think of your data like your personal diary. Would you leave it wide open on the porch? Of course not. So why do we let devices listen, track, and share freely? Because it's easy. Because no one told us how deep it goes. Smart homes aren't evil, but they're not innocent either. The truth sits somewhere in between. Comfortable convenience wrapped around invisible surveillance. For Americans over 60, this silent trade-off can shape how safe or exposed their lives become in the digital age. So the next time your speaker replies a little too quickly, or your TV recommends something oddly specific, pause for a second. Ask yourself, who else is in this conversation? Because sometimes the most dangerous listener isn't the neighbor peeking through blinds. It's the device sitting right next to your favorite chair, pretending to be your helper while quietly writing your life story line by line.